All right. Yeah. So it looks like we're good to go. Hopefully, I know we're kind of late right now. Hopefully, people can kind of join in. You want me to just give it a second, or you want to just get going?
Man, we can give it about a few seconds,
All right,
whichever.
cool. Yeah, I seen a few people joined in or whatever, man. So,
I'm gonna go
um,
refresh the page quick.
yeah, we'll get going. Seeing a few people joining there. All right, so everybody, welcome to So Goated episode 28. Man, it's been so much going on, man. Social media, just the Bucks, everything, man, just going crazy. And as always, I hope everybody is being safe. Corona's still out there. Hopefully, we get some social distancing going on in there. You know what I mean? So I see the Will Smith comments already in the joint. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, get something done. Um, so um, you know, so as I said, I hope everybody is being safe. There's so much to talk about, so much going on. Shout out to my guy Corey. He did do Milwaukee Ballish platform thing this weekend, this past weekend, and get have some trophies and all that stuff out there. I know you were coaching or you did something to help the event out there. How was it? And your other spiel, you know what I mean?
Yo, it was pretty cool. Like Corey did a good job. He actually ran it pretty much by himself. Me and Mark, Halbrooks, we came out. We basically kept the boys in line and coached, but Corey did a good job. He got up there early, man. He had to sweep up some glass from the neighborhood park from Wall. We got to do a better job of keeping our parks up, man. There was like I said, with bottle. The OGs used to keep up the courts, man. They never messed the courts up. It was quite a bit of graffiti out there in glass. So man, if y'all listening and y'all part of your playground, that's the only place. This is memories that kids have, man. Don't mess the courts up, man. But Corey came out there, man. We able to get it done. We had a nice group of young boys. Had about 18 boys out there. Parents came out and supported. It was a good event. So it worked. It worked out, man. Nothing to complain about. But for me personally, it's been a rainy week. Back schools came back,
Yeah.
and that fall started to kick in. So it's
Hey,
exciting.
Seth.
Yeah, hey, it's exciting though, man. We have football today. We got the playoffs going on. I can't believe that football's back. Like I was watching the game, they had actual fans out there. Kansas City and Houston was playing. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man, and thanks for supporting. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. So man, we're gonna jump in, man. We have a few games short, you know what I mean? But all right, man. So this Milwaukee Bucks, man, number one in the East.
Hold up,
Uh,
man. When you just gonna go right in on the Bucks, bro, you couldn't wait.
Man, we got it, man. Listen, there's so much going on with that, man. It's crazy. So we got the Bucks, man. Playoffs. They lose 4-1 to Miami Heat. Giannis gets injured. Chris Middleton plays Superman for a game. You know what I mean? Pretty much. And so, like, what's your thoughts? Like the series and like kind of how that went. We'll get into coaching and some details with Giannis and stuff like that later. But your thoughts on the series, just watching that, like, was this tough to watch?
Look, man, it was very tough to watch. So I'm not even listen. I haven't all the way healed, but I thought the Bucks fought hard and got that victory, that one victory, and I think they had a good chance to win a second victory. But there's some things, man. We'll talk about it more, man. It was some things that need to be changed, but it was a tough series to watch. Miami played harder. They executed better. Their coaching was great. Spoelstra was a great coach. But I think that I'm not going to give up too much because I know we're going to talk about some other things. But some of the stuff that some of the locals talk about with Giannis needs to be, I think that needs to be better, man. We need to remember where we came from, man, where and how long it was before we started winning. You know what I'm saying? Like now we already we this is just like people in real life, man. They forget where they came from, man. And you can train up a player, you have a player, he might not be that good of a player. He start becoming a good player, you work with him, training with him, and all of a sudden they start talking like they better than you. They did this, did that, and they're exploring their options. They're gonna move on. It's like what happened to loyalty? What happened to We'll get them next year. Nobody rolled out. We've only been good for 2 years, so
Only good,
Uh,
yeah.
that's my little tidbit on that for now until we get into other
And
topics.
it's teams that's been good for 5 years, and they is very tough. Like of course everybody know I'm gonna bring them up, but everybody knows I'm a Spur fan, and we've been good. They were good for a long time, and they didn't but they didn't win every year. But they were a top three defense almost every year. So that's to show guys like it's tough to win in this league, man. Like LeBron was number one in the East. I mean, he could not get over a West team hump.
Hey, check it out though.
Very tough.
As we transition this conversation a little bit, shout out to Chris Middleton, bro. I know he didn't play like I don't know what they think he is. He's playing up to what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he showed, he put 36 in a game. They needed to at least win a game with some pride. You know what I'm saying? So he showed me something, man. The 36 points was big, bro. The 36 points was big, and he put on a little bit. I know we hate him, bro. I think if Chris Middleton was in the mall, bro, just walking around, I don't think nobody asked for his autograph right now, bro. That's how they be treating that man out here. So you know what I mean.
Right,
So shout
right.
out, shout out to Middleton. If anybody gonna do that to, it got to be Bledsoe, man. Bledsoe, he didn't really show up, but I thought Giannis was getting to some in Game 4 though. They was using him on
Yeah,
the inside. I think a lot
yeah,
of that's cool.
yeah. Hey, shout out to man, the young fella, man, Keontae White, man. Hey, man, keep grinding. I've been hearing a lot of great things about you, man. So keep grinding, man. I'm glad you actually tuning in. We actually got, I told everybody, I mean, we got one championship together. You probably don't even remember me. You know what I mean? But this had to be what, 2 years ago or
Yeah,
something,
was like totally irrelevant. Keontae probably was 17 at the time.
Man,
Shout, shout out,
you ever had to put something on your back? You know what I mean? I had to strap in that
yeah,
vent for
it
me.
was a parachute. That it wasn't no, it wasn't that
No,
heavy.
hey,
Like
look, I didn't know who he was. I'm gonna be honest, but he was like our third leading scorer. He was getting buckets.
you
So
showed me that picture, I was like, ain't that Keontae White in the picture?
yeah, you
Shout out.
did.
He
Yeah,
came out for Corey's event, the Ballers event with Corey, and he refed. He
yeah,
refed.
yeah,
So
man. So
he was giving the young boys like advice, like like he wasn't the
that's what's
young.
up.
Yeah, like but he was giving them advice. He was like, "What you doing, bro?" Like he was
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to have him joining in, man. Learn something. We can always learn something from other people as well. So, so from just my takeoff from this series, and I kind of want to enlighten a little bit on the coaching. I want to get your standpoint on that too. My point from the series is I just feel like we ran into better coach with better execution. And to be honest, you could see the depth in Miami Heat playing against the Bucks this series. The depth that they had was insane. One guy that I think is a great glue guy and does his job consistently all the time is Goran Dragic. I know like he's not the Chris Pauls, the those upper echelon guys, but
right.
I tip my hat off to him, man. He does a really good job for almost every game. He's not the best or nothing like that, but he was real solid. And when it comes to the coaching, I know I get it. Everybody's saying, "Hey, we spoke about this before." I know everybody's saying, "Bud, he's not a good coach. It's this, it's that." So I just had a little bit different mindset. So you guys, I want people to also understand he's number one team in the East. All right, 2 years in a row, which is not an easy feat unless you're LeBron. Number two, regardless of the situation at hand, he has done very well with the pieces that he was given. There's some guys out on that Milwaukee Bucks team that may or may not get good minutes on another team, but they fit very well with us, and they work. And last but not least, I do think Coach Bud needs to get better. I do, but I think some of that weight needs to be taken off just by Giannis and the supporting cast, because we all say this: it doesn't matter how good of a coach you are if your team is not good. You can only do so much with people that go 0 for 9. It doesn't matter how well you coach. You
Right.
know, so them going 0 for 9 is nothing to do with Bud in some cases. Now, yes, it does matter because he's putting them in that position to get those shots. So I definitely just think that it needs to be an equal value of hurt, of blame there.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
man.
bro.
Hey, they lighting you up in the comments about
I
this
know, man. I'm
shade.
seeing all type of stuff, dog. Yeah, man. I had to do this, man. Would I can't share too much, but
Yeah,
I got some things in the works. So,
yeah.
yeah, dude. I know. I done seen
It's
all type of
a
stuff,
movie
dog.
role, man. It's a
All
movie
he
role.
said, dude, cut off his facial hair.
Oh yeah, hey, it's funny, man, because you be mid combo, I'd be like, man, this is ninth grade, it's ninth grade all over again. Yeah, it's just they all in the comments. I be trying to be locked in,
I
but
know,
then
man.
somebody writes and he said you better be endorsed by Mach 3, really. All right, but but honestly, hey, I totally agree. Other than to the fact to say that I'm more so that Bud needs to just reevaluate how they're going to play and how they're going to win. How do you get the most out of every player? I do think they need to have a shakeup somewhere. It'll give Bucks fans a new life. Feel like we're moving forward, even though we went Eastern Conference Finals and we took a step back. But a move would make us feel like we giving doing something positive. And it sounds like Bud's gonna stick around because I got a notification saying he's gonna stick around. We know no matter what the media say, Giannis sounds like he wants to stick around. Giannis is not an American-born person, so he's not enamored on this big market stuff. He wants to win in Milwaukee. I think we do need to make a splash trade. I don't think Middleton's the guy to go though. I say condense down and try to get another player.
I meant to ask you too, just to get your opinion. If maybe there's a piece that you could move, is there a piece maybe off the top of your head that you could see like we don't have, I'm not to say who we'll get back, but a piece that we can move that you think if we got rid of that person, we could possibly make a good adjustment in that position, whether it be point guard, shooting guard. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think Blesso got to be on the outs, and then also after Blesso, I'm thinking some future draft picks. Cause it's time to think about. I know we want to build, but right now it's like prime years about to start for Giannis, prime years for Middleton. Make that trade. CP3. I see somebody put that in the comments. I'm not. He's 30. He's on the back end. We need somebody that's going to help Giannis throughout. I'm not saying he wouldn't fit, but it'd be tough at this juncture to get CP3. I'm just being realistic for him to come to Milwaukee and play. People don't understand that. Yeah, we love it here. We love our city. I say that we don't love it here, but I know this is our city, so we gonna own it. But people aren't running up in line to come enjoy the nightlife and the city life of Milwaukee. It's segregated here. People don't want to just run here and play in a small market. So um, we would love to have CP3, but realistically, when you hanging out with Brian and Melo, like you playing in Milwaukee, the only reason you would come here is for Giannis. He could, but what would somebody want from us? What would OKC want from us in return? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I
that
mean, but I was saying that, not to cut you off. I apologize. I was saying that with the CP3 trade, one thing that I believed in was that Chris Paul. Not saying Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan weren't phenomenal athletes, but I think we can see the difference in their style of play now versus when they had that Chris Paul. A guy that can get them easy looks. Easy looks. It's very tough to pass that up.
no, for
And I think
sure.
imagine Giannis. Imagine his build, his
CP3 is
style.
a perfect
It could be
fit.
awesome.
Perfect fit for us. I just I quit. I don't, as a Bucks fan, I don't like to get my hopes up for something that I know ain't gonna happen. I'm not saying it won't happen 100%. Y'all, if it do happen, hit me up. I'll be the first one to say, hey, I was wrong, because I'll be happy he was there. But I don't know if he gonna be there again. Like this is like he's going to win right now. It'd be tough to get him. I would more so. I see somebody put Gary Harris. Gary Harris would be a great fit, but again, is that a splash move? I think we need a splash.
We,
We
we
need
we
something.
need somebody that's going to come in and make a difference. I
We
know Paul George is not playing the best right now, but that is a high profile player. Well, he's playing better though. He's playing better.
playing better, but he's not an alpha. I think Giannis needs an alpha.
He needs an alpha. He needs
I
an
think
alpha.
somebody posted that that uh that Giannis is not Pippen who needs a Jordan. He's Shaq that needs a Kobe. That was it, and I agree because he's dominant like a Shaq, but he needs a guy who on the perimeter is like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kobe came in as like, you know what I mean? Like I think he needs that. I think he needs something like that. I think. I think he needs a guy who can come in and lead. And CP3 be a perfect fit. But for how long? CP's 35.
Our thing is that we need to instantly win. And it's funny because I think that people are not realizing the minimal amount or the minimum amount of skill gap that was Blake Griffin, that was DeAndre Jordan, that you hear nothing about. And I see people saying, no, not Chris Paul, this, that, and the other. Well, the only other option right now is guys that aren't going to be wanting to live in Milwaukee. I don't see us going to pick up superstars.
All right, I'm looking right now, and I'm seeing, you know, Joel Embiid, which we don't have the assets to get him. That's my guy Quincy Jones. Let's see. Philly will dismantle. Might want to go check their roster. Philly, we already had. We don't need Horford. We already had Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Bijo said the bubble exposed Giannis. Did it? I don't know if it did, Bijo. I agree that Giannis didn't play well, but he looked a lot like he did last year.
I'm gonna be
Again, I
honest.
don't know if it's
I
the
think the
player
bubble
or if it's
exposed. I think the bubble exposed the Bucks
exposed the
in a
Bucks. I
general
agree. I don't know
sense.
if it's Giannis necessarily.
And I know we've spoken about this before. One of my biggest issues with the Bucks and how Giannis' style of play is it's so one dimensional. It makes it very tough. Like that's a tough. You're in a tough position when that guy is like so one dimensional, but you have to utilize that piece. There's no way you can be like, I can't use him. And obviously, he's the standout star of that team. But I do believe that it exposed the Bucks in a more general sense than Giannis, because Giannis was still getting 30 and 15. It's just
Okay, but I agree. But like, at what point do a coach have to say this is how we're going to play? Like, Spoelstra would had LeBron playing on the wing. He didn't have LeBron bringing the ball up, setting up everything. He had Brian running the lane and being an athlete. At what point does they take another coach would put Giannis? If I was coaching him, I wouldn't have Giannis only in transition. In the half court, he would never touch the ball at the top of the key, not one time. And every time he set a pick, he would be rolling to the basket, taking two guys with him every single time. And if somebody else shot, he'll be going to get a rebound because the offensive rebound is great. If you do that, Giannis is going to score. He's already shooting almost 60%. But you get him on the block, like in the game 4, he would kill down there, man. He would kill down there. I think he just does too much time on the perimeter. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I do think they need a major shakeup, though. I want to see a splash move. I think Bucks fans want to see a splash move. We want to see a shooter coming. What about Oladipo? He's going to be a free agent.
yeah, true. And I mean, I don't mean to compare because it's one of those things where I feel like it's just me personally. I feel like it's not close. I'm watching Anthony Davis, and I just don't see Giannis being able to do what AD is doing with his back to the basket. Well, only simply for the fact that Giannis doesn't have that touch that around for that little 15-footer, 12-footer. He doesn't have that touch to shoot that consistently. So what scares me is that Anthony Davis is eating. He is eating, bro. No problem. But if we run into a Houston team that's doing the defensive scheme like they're doing now, where they're collapsing the paint, they're rotating, switching everything, are we in the same boat as we were last year when the Raptors ran boxing one? In your opinion?
Not the Houston team, because I just think Giannis is just too big for them. I mean, we've seen them play in the future. I think you got to have somebody on the back line. They do have strong guys. AD is a different player. Like, AD has a way better touch, but he's nowhere near as effective as Giannis is in the open court. Um, Giannis' thing is that he's just so great downhill. It's so hard not to be, not to get sucked in it as a coach. Same thing with LeBron. He's so good at facilitating that you get sucked in as a coach, just letting him just point everything out when you really should just let him run and be an athlete. I think some guys in the comments got some great ideas. I think that John Wall, I never really thought about that. John Wall would be, because he would have a lot to prove. He would have a lot to prove coming in. But again, Wall's not a great shooter. And playing with the Bucks, man. Like Bledsoe, he didn't lost all confidence in his jumper. Uh, he's even bleeding off on your one of your twins, George Hill.
You
Like,
already know that boy is out here.
yeah, oh no, I would love to get a guy like Reddick and Drew Holiday again. Those guys are good guys. I want to see a splash move. I just want to see some moving in the
Well, to be
right
honest, we're gonna need something. I mean, you guys, like, let's just be realistic here. Uh, the LeBron and AD, that two-man combo can probably beat any team in the NBA. They could be on any team in the league, and they're going to be a contender. The one sleeper piece that we don't know about yet that could affect the Bucks if we don't get a splash piece is that Brooklyn Nets team. Now, if you got Kyrie healthy and you got KD healthy, that is going to be a formidable opponent in the East. I don't care what team is matched up against them. Kevin Durant is arguably the best offensive player in the NBA or almost of all time. So, and then we're talking about the other revamp of Golden State. We're talking about the other teams, Philly, who is still a tough. So for me, it's kind of one of those things where I agree 1,000%, DeMonte. We'll need a little drop, man. We need a
now.
cannonball. We need
Need a splash.
somebody
The
that
city get
come here,
excited,
man,
man.
just to give us that little extra firepower that we really do need. So,
Can I can I give a shout out to the comment section? It's lit right now. I mean, dudes is
oh
in
yeah,
there.
man, I can't
We
even
got
pull
like
up enough.
we got like 6 GMs in there right now. Dudes is in there right now making calls. Like I see dudes really, you know what I mean? I see dudes really in there making moves right now, man. They
Bro,
in
I'm
there like,
telling
yo,
you, they
I'm gonna
done
do
put in
this.
the whole salary cap,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yo, we ain't got the funds for John Wall though.
We
Like
got
they,
to- right,
but yeah,
man. Yeah, man. If you guys got any questions too, let us know. Hey, so this is my question. Um, I know we kind of discussed the splash thing. Um, but if we're making an adjustment, I just want to kind of maybe get a clear answer. If we're making an adjustment, do you think it's going to lean more towards adjusting to a new coach, or do you think it's going to be more adjusting to trying to find better pieces?
I
If
mean,
you're and what you think.
all right. I'm just gonna sit in my decision maker seat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a loyal guy, so it'd be hard for me just to get rid of Bud. Bud doesn't have a lot of playoff success, but you got to think about it like this: if you let go of Bud, who you go get? Sometimes you gotta be like, okay, who are you going to go get? Sometimes we do that as people. We drop something good, bro. They crazy. You drop something good, and then you go back and then you in a worse position than you already were. Don't drop Bud and go get Lionel Hollins. No shot, no diss to Lionel Hollins.
Man,
But you gotta then you take another 2 years learning his
man,
system.
we'll drop Bud
Bud,
and get Teron Luke. That's the type of stuff the Bucks do, man. We'll mess
right?
around and get some messed up. Man, we might have to go get one of these college coaches, man. Mike Krzyzewski, where you at?
Hey,
Hey, I wasn't not playing, bro.
Billy Donovan out there too. I wouldn't, I wouldn't. It's nice to get a coach that's already in the league that might already know how to play them, so he knows kind of how to who's played them, so he knows what to do. Because I feel like Bud didn't learn nothing from the year before, bro. Like he act like they didn't even play Toronto last year. So like I'm kind of confused with that. You know what? If I was gonna switch coaches, I would definitely would. Bud might have to be. Might have to send him, but I'll stick with him another year. I think the Bucks are doing that. Giannis, I want him for the whole rest of his career. We just got to figure it out, bro. We got to figure it out.
I'm with you 100%. I think that I mean I think it's some of those players that come once in a lifetime, man. And the way Giannis is right now, that's a once in a lifetime player. And I'm not gonna lie, once LeBron, I mean not to compare the two, but once LeBron hit that peak and he had a very well-rounded game, he was just on a mission. Like he win or lose, you knew you were playing him. And I see some of those same things in Giannis. And so last thing about the Bucks, really quick.
Yeah, man. Because right now you're making me sensitive, bro. I'm bringing it all back. All my, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a horse in the race right now. I don't even have like not even one of them players that you're just rooting for. You know how you just I don't really got that right now. I think closest thing to that is maybe the Celtics.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would if Bron win it, great. But guys gonna say something about that too. So
yeah, I mean, Kawhi, my favorite player right now. That's who I really. If a player has to win, I want Kawhi to win. But I just, I have to stay objective. I know LeBron is kind of that's the tough feat. So do you think that like them boycotting, right? And they, kind of stopped their flow there. They pretty much, I mean, they weren't really playing that good in the first place before the boycott.
Right.
He said that he keeps touching his chin, man. I know,
No,
dog.
I said, no, yeah, man.
But do you think that the boycott hurt them, or what's your thoughts?
Hey, man, no excuses. No excuses, bro. Everybody, I mean, the boycott, we had, but no excuses, bro. I do think it could have done some a mental toll, but I think ultimately Miami just outplayed them. I think they were more prepared. I think the Bucks just wasn't prepared, and I leave that on the coach. Um, and that's it. I mean, I think Giannis made a bad mental mistake in the game that they lost at the end when he fouled Butler. That was a changing point. They should have probably won that game. That would have changed the series. But do I think that if it was no bubble, yeah. Do I think that Miami would have went to Milwaukee and won 2 games in Pfizer? Of course not. Of course not. So yeah, the bubble played a big difference. So I mean, as hard as I want to be on my Bucks, I'm also gonna understand too, like, what I'm saying. This is a different circumstance this year. So we'll be back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I didn't like how we performed against Orlando in the first place. I just felt like at the end of the day, um, at the end of the day, we have to perform. It doesn't matter if we're in the bubble. Doesn't matter if we're on the moon. All that stuff is nine. It doesn't matter. We have to perform. And the thing that I hate the most is that I feel like this of the years to win, this probably would have been a good year to win. You got some good teams in the league. The bubble is no advantage right now,
Right.
and this is a time where it's no excuse basketball, and that just looked terrible. So, to lose 4-1 as the number
Yeah.
one team in the East, almost number one team in the league, bruh, that's tough, bruh.
Oh, but give him a little slack. He definitely didn't play like the last game and a half.
True, true. So, you know,
They went
uh,
out swinging. They went out swinging.
yeah, yeah. So, but we got next year, man. You know what I mean? So,
Fear to deer,
hopefully we
baby.
get
We
there.
back.
You're right,
There's only
right.
one champion a year. That's it.
Yeah, man. Everybody can't do it.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have five of them like the Spurs. I mean, some people only got like two.
No.
So
What kind
some
of
people ain't won since 1971. I don't know who that would be, but that's just somebody.
what is a spur anyway for no, so I play for the Spurs.
Right,
What do
like
you we going back to what
mascot.
like
Yeah.
all right.
So yeah, so hopefully the Bucks get it together. I say keep Bud Giannis. Please get in the gym with Kyle Korver. He is on your team, so get some lessons from him. And Kyle Korver get some defensive lessons from him because boy be out there and I. All right.
Bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This right now is the funniest, most enjoyable episode of So Goated of all time.
They
When
don't
I
see
tell,
it.
listen, when I tell you, when I tell you, I started to focus. I can't stop looking at these comments, bro. Lamar Jordan just coming in. He like Glennis Antetokounmpo.
Y'all so
Just
petty, dog.
everybody takes about a 30-second like break, and then there they come with like another like little. He goes, Michi. He looked like a young Freddy Krueger. I mean, like really, bro. Like, guys, listen. My guy Glenn he's trying to become a movie star right now. He goes,
Man,
he drank from the fountain of youth, the same thing
hey,
that Buddy Love drank. And that
right. Hey, so far the funniest one go out to Jerome. He had posted. Well, okay, let me get his origin real quick. So my brother said I look like Gemini Man, you know what I mean, or whatever from the Will Smith movie. But then Jerome randomly made a collage of me next to Gemini Man. So that was I ain't gonna lie, that was the funniest one.
Oh, when I
I
saw the
say I
picture,
was
bro, the
dying.
side by side is perfect.
It's perfect. I was dying laughing. But yeah, so okay. So this Boston and Toronto series, right? Like, I think that this is one of the best all around basketball, like I would say, clashes that I've seen. Both teams play tough. Both teams got good coaches. Both teams execute. But most of all, like both teams they don't have that player that's just, well, they do, but they don't have that LeBron. They don't have that Kawhi name on the list right now. They don't have that, those upper echelon players. So it's a real dogfight. And I know you were a fan of the Toronto, and you feel like that's somebody that could actually come out of the East and maybe even win it. So what's your thoughts on this series? Is what 2-2 now or something like
Oh,
that?
it's 3-3.
I think it's
It's
three
game
three.
7. Game 7. Listen, my heart, who I would want to win is the Celtics because I like more players on their team. I think I like Brad Stevens as a coach. I think he does a great job, phenomenal job. I love me some Kimba, you know, Jason Tatum. I like Smart. I got a good team, but something's just telling me, man. Like I said to Charlie when he was on the show, um, yeah, Charlie, yeah. Go ahead and put what Charlie said up there. This guy. Go ahead and put yeah, Charlie. Don't you ever come sit in this seat and try to challenge me, sir? Okay, I told you was talking out the side of your lip. You took the two. They had a 2-0 lead. Like the series over, man. It's over in 5. Toronto got a heart of a champion, man. And Lowry, all that stuff he had that was bad about him for years with DeRozan. Last year, he jumped, bro. He jumped. You know what I mean? He jumped over everything, and he's like a pit bull, man. Him and Van Fleet. And I'm gonna lie, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out here because I'm gonna spend too much time on this topic because we just get crying about the Bucks a lot. My heart, I hope that the Celtics win, but my heart says that Toronto. My eyes, everything is telling me that Toronto, the champion, and them are gonna come out and squeak that game out tomorrow and go and win that series 4-3. And I honestly think that they're gonna represent the East probably, man. If they don't, I'll be happy though too, because I want to see Brad or Spoelstra in that championship game get somebody a different look. But the Raptors, man, they are a real threat to win it. They just got a bunch of dogs. Norman Powell, he was balling.
I I agree, man. I know. We were talking earlier, and I'm like, Toronto is very deep, and they have a lot of positionless players.
Dog Alpha.
One player that he's been stepping up a lot more. And I'm starting to see that OKC vibe again is Serge Ibaka. I mean, the dude is. I mean, he's a rim protector and a sharpshooter at the same time. And I think that's very tough. It's very tough to match up with that. Um, I still got my vote on Celtics coming out. That's my dark horse pick. I just think that it's going to be very tough. I don't think any person is wrong with either team that they pick because both of these teams are actually good teams. My issue is what team out of the East is going to be able to beat or really compete with a Clippers team, with a LA Lakers team. Which one of those teams is going to go the distance with the one of those those West teams? And I honestly have to say the best option I have right now is Miami or Toronto. I like Boston though. I like Boston. That's my dark horse. But I just think Toronto. One thing that's slipping through people's minds is they have championship experience under their belt right now too. And regardless of people what to say, man, that stuff matters, man. And knowing how to play in
I
back.
think this guy here, man. I think that Toronto had the championship medal. That's the only team that has a shot. I think Boston could do it. Brad Stevens know how to motivate those guys, but LeBron will eat. He would eat Miami alive.
Oh, he is. I mean,
I mean,
Jimmy Butler is only so
I
much.
also think that the Lakers match up pretty good against Toronto too. Um, but I like Toronto against the Clippers. I really do.
I can see that.
I like the Celtics against the Clippers too. I think the Clippers are the best team, but I just think they match up differently. The Clippers would beat Miami. I just think Miami inexperience is what I'm thinking about. Miami got too many young guys you have to depend on to play well in the big moments. I don't think they'll be able to really do it. Celtics just got enough experience, but Toronto has a little experience. The West is looking good right now, but don't you never know, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
Thought said Kevin Ollie.
I'm surprised I ain't heard the Kerry Kittles and none yet. You know what I mean?
What's
Allen
that, Jonathan?
Houston, Mick Reynolds. Who the heck is? I don't even know who that is.
I said,
But
Google them.
so I know we've been we kind of talked about the Bucks and that whole thing, and kind of just playing inside that bubble. And this is my thing. I'm I was between, is the bubble an advantage or is it a disadvantage? So that's what we kind of want to talk about and get people's opinion on that as well. So it's just me personally. I I think that for majority of the NBA, it's a disadvantage. Period. No matter how people look at things, home court advantage is real. It exists. Crowds exist. I know so many people that if you just talk to them, they can't play basketball. If you just say something to them, talk to them, anything, they can't play. There's some guys that stand next to me and I talk to them like, hey, no, that's crazy. And the shot go up and then then I hit them because they just so easily fooled. And some people are so easily swayed by crowd. So I'm leaning towards disadvantage. And I'm giving the advantage to all the non-superstars in the NBA. Everybody that's a nobody, this is the perfect time to be in the bubble because it's a clean slate right now. No home court advantage. Um, there's no real rhythm in the game. Then number two, a lot of teams were off for a while, so I see this as a disadvantage, and it only benefits a few teams, in my opinion, in the bubble.
Right. Well, you know what's funny? I think I noticed this the most when Tyler Hero was killing us. I'm not. I mean, Hero is a dog. We know he's from Wisconsin. He has all the Milwaukee roots. He played here. No, he's a Milwaukee player. But man, he was comfortable, real comfortable, man. And not just him. It's a lot of younger players and guys who were just out there. Just I mean, we saw it from even in Portland with Gary Trent. There's a lot of guys. You're like, man, they really relish it in this bubble and playing well. I think it's good because it's just basketball. You know what I mean? There's nothing in between. Guys got to know how to just pull up and hoop. And only the strong and mental tough team is going to win. I thought it would benefit a team like the Bucks because the way we share the ball and how deep we are, but it's a team that does it better. I thought Miami did it better. So I'm for it. I thought the bubble was good. I mean, there's a little element missing, but I do think it's just basketball, bro. And so again, what you gonna do when you ain't gotta worry about travel and crowds and commercial breaks and Jack Nicklaus sitting front row. You ain't gotta worry about none of that. You know what I mean? They be over there talking to the dark. They be cracking me up, but they get an and one. They be yelling. Don't be nobody over there. I be like,
I mean, no, but they just be walking off to nowhere.
yeah, they talking to Chris Webber all game. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like
Yeah.
this who?
So I definitely I'll meant to say this too. So a team that I think that the bubble really like it gives an advantage to is just me part. I think it gives a huge advantage to a team like the Celtics
Yeah,
because the Celtics probably have some of the most two-way hard-nosed defenders in the league. And that adrenaline that they normally carry with themselves with, it's a part of them and how they play in their style. Jaylen Brown is a phenomenal two-way player.
he's really
And
good.
I think some players they just they get that ecstasy off of the crowd and all that, and it makes you do some things that you wouldn't have normally done. And it benefits Marcus Smart playing in this bubble. It benefits him.
Smart's a really good player though, but period.
So no, I'm saying it in versus
Yeah.
somebody like Russell Westbrook who hasn't been able to perform. This bubble don't really help him because of his style of play. He's all rah yelling. He talks to the crowd. He's interactive, and that definitely you can see it. You can see it. So um, I know I talked about the Nets a little bit earlier, and the Kyrie and the Kevin Durant duo. So what's been going around is new marriage counselor. No, all right, y'all so stupid. Hey, look, and the marriage counselors. They do this when they talking to you. They be like, "So last week you said you didn't love her." But they do. You got to do this though. You gotta let them know. No,
Duh,
so
Derwin Davis though, that's funny, bro. Hey,
So
what's funny is,
mhm.
funny is Bijo will comment. He'll comment about like something about basketball, then he switches it up. Then he comes back with a joke, like
Like what?
it's like he's like, yeah, man, they got to do this. Come back like, man, this dude look like Richard Jefferson, man. I'm like, yo, damn, fuck it, but yeah, I know you're about to get into this whole Nets. I know you weren't about to get in this Nets Steve Nash thing. Um, that's what
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm thinking. You're about to go and talk about.
Yep.
Listen,
Yep.
this thing can get real deep. We could have did a whole episode on this. All I'll say is that I totally disagree with Stephen A. Smith. I'll say that. I
Can
totally
you can you put it in the context so people that don't know what Stephen A. Smith said, and so they can chime in and see what they think about it as well. We'd love to see people. You comment and everything else. So let us know what y'all think.
yeah, I mean, Stephen A. was basically like that. Him getting a job um, was white privilege, like that job, the next job. Um, no black coach could just roll up and get that job. You know, it's funny. No black coach can just roll up and get that job. You know what I mean? So they basically said that was the ultimate white privilege. Stephen A. did that, and I'm not gonna lie. For me, Stephen A. was just, he gets called a coon a lot. I thought he used that as an opportunity to try to win back some black supporters. But I'm gonna be honest, Steve Nash got that job on the merit of his game. Steve Nash was a smart player. He was in player development and training over with Golden State. So he got a relationship with Kevin Durant. He got a relationship with Kyrie Irving. Obviously, they got a hand in who's being picked. Sean Marks, who played for the Suns, was a teammate of Nash, and he's a GM of the Nets. It makes sense. We also seen other coaches get hired. You know what I mean? That were black coaches without experience because Magic Johnson did it. Mark Jackson did it. Jason Kidd
Isaiah
did it.
Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, these guys didn't have. They just they got hired on the merit of who they are. They didn't have. I mean, Larry Bird wasn't nobody assistant. Granted, he's a white guy, but I'm saying players. This is just a regular thing. They didn't all just have to do it. They skipped the line, bro. When you got, when you a two-time MVP, not saying that it ain't questionable he got two-time MVP. Still, it's just the fact that you get to skip the line. You know what I mean? So don't hate on that man. You know what I mean? Let that man be great. I think Nash is, I mean, he's from the class of '96, a great class. He knows the game, and let's give him a chance. Let's put the pressure on him to win some games because it's not an easy job. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to see some guys their name and try to get a job. I'm not trying to see Sam Cassell coach that team. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, sorry.
Right.
I mean, I'd rather see Steve Nash. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, no diss to Sam Cassell, but I mean, you've been assistant for a long time for a reason. I ain't trying to see Brian Shaw. Okay, Brian Shaw, you play for you coach for the Nuggets. You didn't really do nothing. Mark Jackson, there's something deeper going on with Mark Jackson. I think there's some religious things and some stuff behind the scenes that happened that I think is keeping him from you know, that's keeping him from getting jobs. But I don't think he really looking for jobs either. I think he's kind of comfortable doing what he's doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're paying him good money to argue over there and talk crap with Van Gundy, and I'm pretty sure he can see his family whenever he wants. You know what I'm saying? That's different. That coaching pressure is different because let me tell you, Bijo, you on here, some other coaches on here. When you a coach, you only as good as your last game, your last season, bro. You can get when you get hired, at some point you probably gonna get fired. So
Yeah,
everybody's not in a
you
hurry
ain't
to
in the union, boy. You ain't in the
right.
union.
You ain't everybody in a hurry to take no job. They be loving you one minute, be like, yo, man, this dude don't know what he
You
doing.
see
You
how
know what I'm
quick
saying?
Magic
Like,
got up out of some line of fire,
yeah.
man.
So listen to look at all the coaches that we named that was black that skipped the line. If Chauncey Billups would have got that job, would we said anything? We would have said nothing. Would have been like, yeah, man, good for Chauncey. Soon Nash get it. Here we go. You know what I mean?
Right. I 99% disagree with Stephen A. Smith. The 1% is only because I'm letting you guys know white privilege does exist, and
It
I'm not
definitely
ignorant to
exists.
that fact.
It definitely exists.
So, and I think somebody made a good point I seen on Facebook is, well, the Brooklyn Nets are in a rebuilding stage. They don't really have any championship aspiration or are in a championship caliber team off the bat. I think they're going to be 1 year in off of two injured players, and it's just it's a it's something where something like this could happen. Now, if it was an established franchise, then that would be different. But they have a lot going on. So this is where I completely disagree with, well, 99% disagree with Stephen A. Smith. Now, one thing that I don't like that people do is when they use black privilege to their advantage, is when they try to pull the black card, like, oh, that was white privilege, that's why he got in, and you're trying to be overly over about it, and you know that if that was a black person in there, you wouldn't have said anything. That's
Facts.
what I mean by the black privilege. Is that we tend to, when we see our own in there, we won't say nothing. Y'all do realize Tyrone Lue was a head coach. Okay, I'm not saying that he couldn't coach. I'm not saying that he was the worst coach. I'm saying that of all people, he's not a good coach. Just me personally. But he's sticking around. He's on what, LA Lake Clippers bench,
Yeah,
something like that right now.
he's co-signed by LeBron. That's how he got that
Oh
job.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he got you. I mean, shoot, let me coach LeBron. I'll be up in here too. So, anyways, I was just saying that I think that we do need to still acknowledge that the white privilege thing does exist. And if you don't know what people mean by that, the white privilege thing, please go look it up. Do your research. Don't just take what we say or what somebody else says. Please always do your own research, get your own information, and do the things you need to do to be correct and have correct knowledge. So that's the first thing. Stephen A. Smith, stop playing, man. Don't play the black privilege card and say if that person was black, you wouldn't have said anything. Number two, Steve Nash has always been a player coach. I have not seen him ever not be in great control of almost every team that he's been on. I know that uh, the Lakers run wasn't necessarily the best, Steve Nash that we've seen. But even in that time when he wasn't injured, he looked very good. And for people to sit up here and say that because he's a white guy, he got white privilege, and to piggyback off you, there are tons of black guys that got jobs in the NBA because they were an NBA player. I'm telling you right now, LeBron James is going to be a coach, an owner, something.
If he
You
wants
saw
to be,
his
but I doubt.
Oh no, he probably might own something. You know what I mean? So Michael Jordan is the only black owner of a basketball team in the NBA currently that I know of, at least from what I've seen and heard.
Yeah, that's a whole
So
nother. We know that you know that's a whole other thing. They'll let us coach a team. That's what I don't understand. They'll let us coach a team, but own it. That's a whole
I
other.
don't
That's
want
another
to
episode.
own it.
Episode right there. Yeah,
So just in general, you guys like Stephen A. Man, stop playing, man. It's
we got to
Shannon
pick and
Sharp.
choose, bro. We got to pick and choose the right times to play our card. But all we want is equality, bro. We don't want. I don't. I know me as a black man. I don't want no special. I don't want no special treatment because I'm black or trying to, get a bunch of stuff back for things that happened in the past. I will take it, but I'm saying I'm not seeking that. You know what I mean? I just want everybody. I want humanity and I want equality, bro. I just want to be looked at as an equal or get treated as such. I don't want you just handing me stuff and doing all that extra stuff, bro. So that's where I'm at with it. I think that he just picked the wrong thing. He was trying to make a headline, man. Sometimes you just say stuff just to get a little
just
extra
just to
juice.
get attention. So I know we kind of covered some of the NBA things going on, but we do
Time to
have
go local.
we do have a lot going on just in the city, man. It's been so many notifications to my phone. It's been insane. I've been tagged so many times. It's insane. It's everything going on. So we know from what we know, opening day for the Rep League is this Saturday, and you got the two champions. Well, the championship teams will be playing against each other on the very first day, which is AWOL's team and John's team. Um, and I don't know, man. Like, what's your thoughts? I mean, it's
Well, let me
what
let me let me get.
two
Can
million
I get my
teams.
Dick Vitale on real quick? You know what I mean? Get all hyped up. No, the rep your loved ones league is a league here in Milwaukee for those who not are here. It's a league that starts up on Saturday. It has a lot of teams. And the Rep Your Loved Ones tag is each team is named after somebody who has passed away, and the team is playing in that person's honor. So you are you are named by that, and it's a great idea for a league, and everybody's coming together. Some of the best players in the area coming together to play in this league. The league is jam packed. There's a lot of teams, and I don't even know the number. Okay, I don't even know the number. I'm not even going to say the number. I mean, it's upwards of 20. Okay, rumor that it's up to 27, 28, 26. Okay, I don't even know. That's a lot of players, bro. We talking about almost 300 players in the league. Um, so we'll see how everything transpires. But the opening game is this Saturday, and they got Floyd Evans, which is Glenn is part of, is my former team who won the championship last year. Now they're two back-to-back champions. They're going up against Karen. I know it's a shelter price like a LA/Karen team, which is
Yeah.
known as represented by AWOL, who coaches that team, and that is the rematch of the championship game from the last season, and that's one of the opening games, highly anticipated game. So everybody's looking forward to it in Milwaukee, in Milwaukee right now for this league to get going and get started. It's been a lot of trash talk going on in the chats.
I'm hearing
I
it's
mean,
somebody
dude,
that got Michael Jordan on their team. From what I heard,
Michael,
from what I heard, Michael
which
Jordan on
Jordan though?
somebody's
They got
team. Yup, he was.
the Wizards, the '90s one, because I think they went back to 2K. It's a lot of stuff
It's
going on with
the
these teams.
91, the 91 Jordan.
How
You
many
know,
how many confirmed NBA future NBA players do we got right now? I heard at least 3 to 4
I know it's
former
at least
NBA players.
three, five, maybe something like that. Milwaukee NBA players, and or some professional for sure. But
I
I
say, what do you say to NBA players when they come? Boot
what you
up.
say?
What do you say when they show up? When they show up, you like that's who?
Oh man, listen. Everybody put on their shoes one shoe at a time. If you put on two shoes at the same time, you are impressive.
Right.
No, but this the thing though. For years, man, everybody want to get all these names on their rosters. I think that people just it's two types of people. It's losers and it's winners, man. Either you're gonna lose or you're gonna win. And if you're a winner, you're gonna find a way to win. That doesn't always mean on the stat board. It doesn't always mean the number you won by. That means how your performance was and how you competed. There's a lot of NBA guys that's from Milwaukee that are very good. That does not mean they can't be beat. They are human like anybody else. Um, I can be beat as well. You can be. All of us can lose. But I hope that everybody that's on every team, I hope they show up. For me, I mean, it's just good for me, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I get to go out there and I get to, you know what I mean, get my grind on and expose a few cats. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So to me, that's fun. And if you lose, at least you got a good competition. So
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I mean, I'm here for the competition. That's the reason why I play, and no other reason. If it wasn't the competition, I don't play in any like Rudy Poo leagues. You know what I mean, and try to get a bunch of points. I just I want to compete, man. I want to play against the best players, and because I want to test my metal, and it's the closest and funnest that it feels like when you're playing in school ball. B Joe, okay, I wouldn't even respond to this unless that for Glenn had to put it on the screen. It's wolves and the sheeps out here. Yeah, Kobe, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Me and you together, we can play in the backcourt anytime. Hold on, you won the ship. My question is, why you lead that team, Monte? I can almost hear B Joe saying it. Uh, honestly, man, I committed to play with a team with my team. I claimed my team because it was the first team I started playing when I played in rec. So I kind of committed to that team if they ever brought a team back. And when I originally played with John and Floyd Evans, which was a great team, it was a good experience. I think I knew I thought I was going to be long term, but what happened was that my team, my original team that I played in a pro league with, which are the guys who I kind of got loyalty to because that's who I started playing with first. They all decided to come back and wanted to play. So I'm kind of like one of the key the key piece to that team. so I had to rejoin my team. So, um, that's kind of where it's with that. I do appreciate John for having me on that team, and I do, I will miss playing with those guys, especially after winning the championship and winning the way we did. So it's gonna be hard, but also, it's competition. So it'd be nice to go up against them guys. So that's a
Hey
long
man,
answer, man.
hey, y'all stop being scared to compete out there, man. I be seeing so much stuff going down the timeline, man. Y'all stop being so scary, man. Like if you gonna win, you gonna win. Either way it go, play with heart, show up, be ready to play, stretch, whatever you gotta do, take your ibuprofen, oxycodone, whatever it is you need to take to loosen up. You know what I mean? Like all that bickering back and forth, man, like cut it out. It's
All
basketball,
right,
man. I'm tired of hearing it.
listen. We didn't go off the script, but like we necessarily didn't. This is what I'm about to say. We ain't talk about what hurts and or talk about. Who are some of the teams? Who are some of the teams to look out for? This is just so go. This our take on the rep league because it starts on Saturday. Who are some of the teams that you putting on notice? I know that you ready to go against everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like me. But who are some of the teams that are notable? You
Well,
feel
I
like?
think for sure your team, you guys are Rep Your Loved Ones, Brown and Taylor, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So I got you guys. I seen a lot of good key pieces on you guys' roster. Um, I think I think AWOL, he always put out great teams. He AWOL, win or lose, AWOL has always been a competitor. As I said with the B Joe and Billy, I told y'all if Billy ready, that's a team. Andrew Burbank and their squad over there. I think it's Beekman or something like that. That's a good team. I would definitely say ourselves. My team. I mean, we back to back champions. However people want to look at it, I think that that still stands for something, regardless. And I would have to say my underdog right now, even though my maybe not an underdog anymore, even though maybe they shouldn't be an underdog, is Rouse Ross. Um, I definitely see them as I know they just picked up I don't know who did they just picked up Shaq and Kobe. So they got the white bikes now and Mike Taylor and so we'll see who all shows up to games.
Tell Chris Broussard, aka Charlie Johnson, of the Rep Your Loved Ones League. Okay, he's in the comments right now. You're gonna have to give me some hard confirmation, brother. Okay, hard confirmation on this the white bikes and Mike Taylor signing that I'm hearing about, and then this Deontay Burden signing with the Love Food Sadie Lee brand. Sadie Lee be the I believe grandmother of Corey Bullets, right? So they're playing for her honor. Deontay Burden is going to that team who plays for the OKC Thunder currently. Okay, currently, and I know the league's supposed to be starting back soon, but I guess he wants to get some run. We're gonna need some confirmation on those. I know he said it happening, so let's see what's going on with that. I think that's good, great for the league. For me, I would say that I would love to see more humility in this league. And again, I mean by the mouth, because let me tell you this: if you do not be humbled by what you say out of your mouth, you will be humbled on that court.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's
It
hey,
is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With a competitor like me, there's nothing sweeter.
Oh yeah,
Nothing sweeter than humble pie on the basketball court when you just got
man.
to be
One of
quiet and
my
walk off.
favorite flavors.
Listen, I don't even. That's why I don't even do no talking in no chats. I don't do none of that. I just come to hoop.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing with our team, and some of the really good teams. I think the best teams should make the less headlines. But again, it's all about whatever flavor you like. But just be prepared to deal with the wrath that comes after when you lose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for it. But it's good. Should be some good basketball. Let's see what Charlie talking about, man.
Let me see. I'll pop it up there for us if it came down to me already. Let me see what you got. He says my sources are legit. Deontay Burton has confirmed and requested to be added. How about Donald Lucius is in the group? It's only a matter of time before he gets on the team. So I don't know who Donald Lucius is. Do you know who that is? I don't know who
I
Donald
have
Lucius.
no idea. Is that Corey Lucius' real name? I have no idea.
Maybe he meant Corey Lucius. Either way it go, I I I hope everybody show up. Um, I got some things working in my mind right now of what I want to do. So, and to me, it don't really matter who you got. All that is, come on, man. All that is just sweat, bro. I don't mean nothing to nobody. So I really hope that everybody can have every team, every player show up. I think it'd be fun, a great league with 2,000 teams and something like that. So
2020.
2021 teams.
Right.
All right. So next is we have the squad league playoffs. This is the second round of the playoffs. We got, I think I believe from what I seen was Ugly Cash versus Mud Brothers, I believe, and then it's Love Food versus Bob. Um, Bob, we played them and we beat them by like maybe 2 points, 3 points the first game, so it should be a really good game. Ugly Cash versus Mud Brothers. I don't really know how their game turned out the first time. Um, so I'm really looking forward to this weekend. It's no disrespect to other teams, but if you guys want to see the championship game, come at 12, and then you'll see Love Food. Then you'll see Love Food versus Bob, and then you'll be able to see a championship game. Um, so no disrespect to the other teams, but we some
Ain't no
dogs.
game, man. I'm definitely gonna be there live. So Goldie will be there live for the championship game. Hopefully, hopefully Glenn's in the game. Because let me tell you something. Ain't nothing worse than a sad puppy dog trying to lie, trying to do the game. If they lost, if I'm gonna cover the championship by myself, he ain't gonna want to cover it. So if I'm alone, that means Glenn's playing in the championship game. If Glenn is next to me while we're covering the game, then he lost. But they got a rematch with Love Food Part 2. So we'll see what that goes like. I'm gonna be won't be available for that game right away. So, but I'm gonna be there
Yeah.
for after.
Yeah. So shout out to Tyra and everything going on with the squad league. To
Man,
all
I
of the
ran.
last four teams. Hey, I'm gonna say this too because I need to put this out there. So I commented on a Facebook status, and I told people, and this is what I said on the Facebook status. I didn't write this as status. I commented on somebody's. I said, Mud Brothers. I told y'all. So what happened was is remember in this episode when we talked about when Tyra was on our show before, there was one team that I mentioned that could beat somebody, and it was Mud Brothers, because they actually are a good team. They just don't have the firepower to beat a Bob or a No Limit or Love Fool or Ugly Cash. But that's one of those teams where if they catch you slipping, you will lose. We went to 4 overtimes, I think, with them. So that lets you know they're a good team. And sure enough, I think they beat No Limit this past week to advance to the next round. And I told them if they play their cards right, they could beat any of the top four teams, which was Ugly Cash, Bob, No Limit, and Love Food. So
Mm.
I'm just saying that was one of them teams. So that's what I meant by that. And then just so happened
Hey,
they beat
I'm
them.
loving the names in Tyra League. I'm loving the names. The names is tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The next league, I'm definitely gonna jump in, and I heard it's already confirmed indoors. I'm definitely a free agent in that league. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming in fresh. But Mud Brothers, Ugly Cash, come on, bro. These names is classic, bro. No Limit. Like these names, I think. Do we got a tank on the jersey with No Limit?
Right.
That joint should
Oh,
have a
man.
tank on it, bro. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. That'd be hilarious.
Let me see. What's his name? Dang, B Joe, man, don't do Wall like that, man. He been a competitor, man. It happens to the best of us. John Wise
Hey,
said, "Y'all lucky
I was fueling the
BBE
fire.
wasn't in it." You said what?
Fueling the BJ fueling the fire, bro.
Right. John
I'm
Wise
tagging
says,
Wall.
"Y'all lucky BBE wasn't in it." Um,
Hold up.
John,
Why he put John Calipari? Is he trying to say like he like a coach like on that like Calipari like Is that what the last name came from? Because I know his real last name Wise though. I know he's out here in the street. Shout out to you, bro. Keep coaching them teams, bro. Keep staying there with them youth, and stop letting them try to double and triple team you, bro. Just keep leading your
Yeah,
team.
man. Um, yeah, so shout out to that league. It's definitely it's gonna be fun, man. This Sunday, come check it out.
This bro
You know what I
beat.
mean? At the end of the day, man, it's basketball. Hopefully, everybody can enjoy and have a good time. And no arguing and all that extra stuff, man. It really is
Yeah,
it's
no
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 point,
room for
man.
that, bro.
Like,
We
we
fight
trying
way
to
too
hoop
hard for
and
video.
right. So, okay. So, we have our so goated list. All right. And then we're going to get ready to wrap it up here. But, okay. So, we have our so goated list is the top 5 most entertaining players. Now, this is, of course, subjective or opinion based. So, it's who you think was entertaining for you to watch. And, I don't think there's any right, wrong answers unless obviously, you say Glenn. Well, no, Glenn Davis was kind of entertaining, unless you say, some a boring guy, I guess. But so I just hope everybody can tune in and remember, it is not a soul goaded list if it is not in order. All
Hey,
right.
bro, I'm calling you out. I ain't heard you say that in a long time, man. You just been
Now
forgetting
I
about
know, man. It's been a minute, man. Had to brush
the
the
whole
dust off,
line.
man.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no.
young dust now.
So
That's that's shavings.
that
Yo,
face.
let's get this going. You want to go whole five, or you want to go 5-5? We can go five
We
and
could do
five,
5 and
however you
5.
want to do it. All right, go
All right.
ahead. You want to
So
drop
my
yours first?
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So my first player, most entertaining to watch, man. I got the glove, Gary Payton. He got the total package, everything that I just love to watch. It's only one reason why he wasn't number one, and it's only because some other guys I just like their game a little bit better. But overall, the glove. I had to
Yo,
watch his basketball.
listen. There's no wrong answer in your list. So drop your list, your favorite. These are our favorite top five most entertaining. For me, number 5, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, man.
Mm,
You know, he came out there with the 55 on his back. I'm like, who play wear 55 when you 6'1"? You know what I mean? With all the different flashy passes, the quick release from 30. You know what I mean? Turn his back halfway through, no look passes off the elbow. Man, Jason Williams was the truth.
he
That was one
definitely
of. I
was.
mean, every time he played, I wanted to watch, bro. Every time he wanted to play. Now, only later in his career, he played a little smarter. So if you're like a real younger guy, you probably don't even you're not used to seeing it. But man, that dude was so entertaining, bro. Every second that he was in the game was must see TV.
Oh yeah, for sure. So my number 4, man, Mr. 30 piece himself, Allen Iverson. That was one of my favorite people to watch. Growing up. Now, you guys, this is our favorite, so it's no right, no wrong. We just want to know what your favorite player, who you like to watch. It's not who is literally the funnest to watch, but who is your favorite, most entertaining person to watch.
It's your list.
And I got Allen Iverson, man. I'm not gonna lie, like every game, man, I was trying to, bro, I was trying to mimic what he was doing, and I couldn't even dribble like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you out there trying to be AI. Like I could just see this out there. You have to show me this, bro. You give me some vision.
Bro, I was out there just dribbling the ball like Kendrick Perkins, boy.
My number 4, LeBron James.
Teams.
I got
Yeah,
LeBron.
man.
I got LeBron at number 4. Obviously, when first time I've seen him in high school, first time I was, he took off in the first game, all the way to the first game with the Lakers, and Chris Webber had that little corny tagline when he said, now let me introduce myself. My name is Brian. When he had those back-to-back dunks to start the season,
Right.
that was corny. But LeBron, hey, that was exciting though to start the season off. I couldn't wait to see him play with the Lakers. But definitely, man, for me, number 4, LeBron.
Yeah. So my number 3, I wish I could have seen more. Possibly, man. My number 3, man. I got Penny Hardaway. Uh, man, when I was younger. Oh my goodness. When I was
Man, bro,
man, he was
you making me want to change my list, bro. You naming Penny. I see Steve Franchise on there. Franchise is my guy. Somebody put Francis. That's my
There's some
guy.
good names out there, bro. There's some people that we really have, taken to. But Penny Hardaway, smooth, just bro, unique and just fun to watch. Just overall fun to watch, man.
Yeah, at my number three, I just changed my list halfway through, bro, because I just you know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
lot,
It's
bro.
a
It's
lot
a
of
lot.
players, bro. It's a lot of players. But and I don't I want to make sure that everybody gets a shout out. But I'm gonna go Kevin Garnett. I mean, he's my favorite point.
Man, I do.
Kevin Garnett, man, he just never disappointed, man. Like Garnett be out there sweating at the free throw line, dripping, yelling at himself, cursing at himself, hitting his head on the stanchion, just being just a knucklehead, but like just being such a great player, man. Like I love Kevin Garnett, bro. The game lost one when Kevin Garnett was getting old and then he retired. But yeah, that's my number three.
Yeah. So my number two, y'all so lucky. Y'all is so lucky, boy. I'm telling you right now. My number two, ain't nobody gonna agree, but there's just me. My number two favorite player, of course, to watch, and you know who it is.
Dude, you better not. You better not.
The big Mr. Fundamental Tim Duncan, man. That was
Oh
one of
my
the most
God, bro. He should
entertaining
never.
players to watch.
He's
In
not
the
even in
top
the top 100.
eight. Hey, so hey, now listen, hey man, listen.
He's not in the
It's
top
only
100. He's in the
bro,
bottom 100 of most entertaining, bro. Come on, really?
bro, but it's only because only only because I personally get enjoyment out of the things that watching wise that he does on the court that is simple but it's entertaining to
What the
me.
bank shot? That's
That's a
exciting. The
but
bank.
but I'm saying like people only recognize his bank shot, but they also forget a lot of the clutch shots that he made. He remember
What clutch shot?
he's been clutch like his entire career. And like I said, just for me, just the simple things that he does and the way he makes the game so much easier is something I love to watch. It was LeBron as well, but LeBron makes the game so much easier for everybody around him. Not saying Tim Duncan is LeBron, of course he's not, but
Yeah. No,
Tim Duncan.
shout out Tim Duncan,
Uh,
man. Big fundamental. But I ain't gonna lie, if his game was anything, it'd be like plain toast, wheat bread with no butter. You know, like it's like, hey, his game ain't got no sauce, bro. That joint
dog,
hot. You ever bite a
man,
sandwich, bro? Like, dog, he got. I'm sorry, bro. You can't put him in your top five.
you're my top five,
Hey,
man.
that's the best thing about him that he's not entertained. That's the best thing about him. All right, number two is the chef, baby, Steph Curry, bro. Box office for me, bro. Like every time he plays, I gotta watch it. You know what I mean? Because it just watching him shoot from 30, 35, man, and watching him cross people over, man, dropping people, getting 30, scoring 40 and three quarters, man. Nothing like it, bro. Pure shooter. It's just fun to watch him play. I think he just box office, man. Must see TV when he plays.
Yeah. So my number one is the total package, bruh. Total package, man. Got the game,
Yeah.
got the talking, got the antics. Man, I
Yeah.
got Shaquille O'Neal at number one, my favorite, most entertaining
Good.
player of all time.
Good.
God, bro, like he hilarious. He talk crap. The dude is obviously got like dunked on 300,000 people. You know what I mean? And then like all the extra stuff that he does off court and all that, bro. He just one of the most entertaining players for me on the court or off. But that's my number one, man.
That's a good pick. I love me some Shaq, man. I love me some Shaq. But number one, just like every list on Sports Center, sometime I dream that he was with me. Michael Jordan, number one, bro. For me, you know, entertaining. Like even if I was rooting for him or against him, oh, I mean, rooting for him or against him is always must see TV, bro. Most entertaining because Mike is
Sure.
gonna show, bro. If it was a big game, he wasn't gonna disappoint. If he came into Milwaukee, or he came into town, you had to see Mike. Like you would run into the TV the same way you run to the store when the shoe come out. Michael Jordan is just box office at his highest level. So I just I gotta say he's number one most entertaining man for my list.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions?
Man, one guy that was almost gonna make it on my list is just the longevity kind of kicked him out of there was Blake Griffin. Uh,
Yeah. Oh,
insane few years. The dunk he had against the New York Knicks, fast break, 1-on-1, the spin move, dunked on him. I said, bro, this is insane, bro.
the crazy stuff.
Insane.
I've seen him do some crazy stuff. He used to be on
Yeah,
highlight reel every night. They used to do that like that Lob City like siren thing they did on Sports Center all the time. But that through the leg, the double between the leg off the backboard,
with Jamal Crawford with the
Crawford,
windmill.
the windmill it. Like what? I know you didn't plan that. Like what? Come on, bro. You just decided to windmill in the air off the backboard. Like for real. Like
Yep.
that. That's a crazy dunk.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Blake Griffin. Gilbert
Vince
Arenas.
Carter.
Yeah, Vince Carter, Gilbert Arenas, the trash talk. You know the turnaround 3-pointer. He was just fun to watch. Also, like remember he got in trouble with the gun charge, and then he
Yeah, what you about to say?
and then he and then he came out to like the intros and he's like in the thing like with the guns like he's like doing like a toy. That's hilarious.
Bro, that's insane, bro.
Somebody said, "What about Mr. Fourth Quarter Ben Gordon?" That's funny because
Haven't seen
when
his
I was
name.
in college, people used to say that all the time, bro. You look like Ben Gordon, bro. You just came out of nowhere, and then
Yeah.
Ben Gordon just disappeared in the league.
Yeah, somebody took my pick, man. I was about to say Baron Davis is an honorable mention. I think you probably know, man. That's one of my favorite guards of all time, man. I
Yes,
love
he's the
watching
truth.
Baron Davis. He was phenomenal. We still got Magic, phenomenal player to watch. If you had that time to watch it, one player that I wish I could have seen more of. I guess I wasn't paying so much attention is Larry Bird. Um,
Oh God, yeah, them
like
is
that's
highlights.
a show, bro. That's a show, bro. Like I think because I was more familiar with the Lake Show, you know what I mean, and that whole thing. Um, one of my other players that I really love to watch, even though he did all this, he wasn't tacking the basket, was Reggie Miller. Like that whole package, man. Just
Oh man, they
you know,
about to tear you up, man.
you said what?
They about to tear you up. Is Reggie Miller. You can't name nobody light skinned with a baby face tonight. Like nobody. But you say Reggie Miller, they about to go crazy on you. T Mac, you just giving fuel like to people, man. You
Uh,
can't name nobody light skin that do anything.
who?
But
Anybody
yeah,
current? Anybody current? Before you wrap up, anybody current that you can think of?
Luca,
Luca, Ja. I like watching.
Giannis for sure. I know some people don't like his game, but I love to see people get dunked on,
Yeah,
and I love to see the beam mug, bro. So every time he mug, like I be like, man, Giannis coming to hoop.
yeah,
Um, oh, Ja Morant and Zion, come on, bro.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
Definitely,
Like
dog.
John Moran is just must see TV. Dude be out there going crazy. He think he
No, he
running
don't
it.
care about himself. He don't care about the team. He don't care about the other team. All he do is run in and hit X and just he ain't
Oh man,
playing, bro.
yeah,
So
he's ridiculous, man. But
yeah,
shout out to all everybody who came through and made some comments. Lamar Powell, Lamar Jordan, they in like tag team duo right now in the comment section.
right.
Um,
Oh yeah, going at it.
yeah, they both dropping some dope names. Obviously, yeah, Pistol P is a legend. Um, just the truth. Way before his time with all the different passes and the way he can score like that. I know he played for LSU. He's the truth. But yeah, man, great show. I thought we covered a lot of things. The guys in the comments, we appreciate you guys, man. You guys keep making fun, man. Shout out to Glenn's mustache that's not there anymore. You know what I mean? At some point it's gonna come back, and then definitely, man. This show had a lot of levels to it, man. For you Bucks fans, we'll be back.
Oh
We'll be
yeah, for
back.
sure, man. It's more to come, man. More to come. So you guys just support, man. Support the Rep League coming up this Saturday. Location or and times, check their page. Squad League, Squad Up Basketball League, and Squad Basketball League playoffs this Sunday at 12. I love Food versus BOB, pretty much championship game gonna happen right pretty much there. And you know what I mean? Like we appreciate everybody tuning in and man, like going crazy on the comments, man. We appreciate that. It definitely is something that we hope happens. You can do more often. And if it's anything that you guys want to hear us talk about, if it's somebody that you see should be on our show on So Goated, man, let us know. If it's something, man, you guys like, let us know. If it's something out there in the air, tag us, man. Put that at symbol and then So Goated. We definitely appreciate all the comments and everybody showing up. What do you say, bro? A young scarecrow. Hey, look, hey man,
Hey,
the
that's why
comments
I
was
try not to
hilarious,
laugh.
dog.
Hey, bro, I was just looking at it, trying my best not to be laughing while we doing serious, man. Like that's crazy. Anyway, I mean, he started off so serious, but he just threw like a little shot in there. So like, but
Yeah. So
for
we
sure,
appreciate everybody tuning in.
send
Yep.
us a message, man. Send us a message. Be looking out for a possible sighting from us going live tomorrow, possibly. Just keep your eye out for that, man. We're going to be doing some different things. Just trying to pop up and make appearances as much as we can, bring as much content in basketball as possible, man. Thanks for supporting us, man. So go to.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. And with that, we are out. All right, man.